Well, good morning to you, rocks. You enjoying the sunshine? Where's Happy Girl at? And yes, Happy's still around. Hey, people have been asking about you. They've been wondering where you're at. Huh? What, are you becoming camera shy? Oh, she just wants to play ball. Okay, that's good. Look at this beautiful bumblebee. A bee and a bumblebee. And this sea of yellow flowers coming off of some of these tree kales and collards now are gorgeous. And they bring the bees in, just armies of bees coming into the garden, just in time to start pollinating some of the fruit tree flowers. Here we've got a pluary tree, just full of blooms, absolutely gorgeous. And the bees don't tend to be attracted to the white flowers like they do yellow and blue. So I'd encourage you to get some yellow and blue flowers growing in your garden, if for nothing else to bring in the bees. Because once they're here, they found a place to hang out, they found a place to do their job. And here we've got a Santa Rosa plum tree. All the fruit trees are all pruned up, ready to go. Got that done before they woke up and started blooming. And we're looking good. All the trees have a really nice structure now. Some of these trees are between 7 years and 10 years old. I've got a few that are just a few years old. So I pulled back the plastic here and you can see we've got lots of sprouts happening here. These are all hollyhock plants, different varieties. And here are those 1 gallon plastic containers. We did some winter sowing. We got ground cherry in here. And let's see if you can see in there, we've got little sprouts. Now I have not watered this since I planted the seeds. And you can see the moisture in the container, so it's good. But we're actually getting close to opening this up and keeping it watered until those plants get a little larger for transplant. And here in the gomi, you can see we got some leafing out on those cuttings. So that means that there may be roots developed already. We're going to let those leaves develop a little bit more before we check on that. Goji berries have woken up in a big way. Did some very serious pruning this year. I actually brought out the hedge pruners, electric hedge pruners. There was just too much to cut back. And so there's a lot of rough cuts, but I found that the goji berry is very tough. This would be what I consider a rough cut, not clean, but you can see the node just below that. We've got some new growth developing, but I may clean some of those up. We're really letting these goji berries just bush out and get tall this year. We're going to compare our harvest as to the previous years when we kept them more pruned and in check. Oh, we got Matilda Jean in the shade at the moment. She was sunbathing earlier, taking a dirt bath. My friends, if you're new to the channel, if you haven't seen this build, I suggest you check it out. This is one of the most valuable machines that a gardener can have to produce their own soil. And what I have over here is a pile of wood chips. They've been breaking down for a couple years. And what it is, as it breaks down, I run it through the trommel, and the big chunks, I create a new pile. So these were the big chunks from last year. And just look at all that available soil in here now. So we're going to have quite a bit of soil to take from this pile once again. Over here, I plugged in a couple elephant bush plants. Now this is a succulent, looks like a classic jade plant, but the leaves themselves are full of water and they're high in vitamin C. It's a drought tolerant plant. My understanding is that it can withstand temperatures down to 20 degrees Fahrenheit. So if that matches your climate zone, then you can grow this outside as a perennial. They'll get quite tall, 8 to 12 feet tall, and remain evergreen. It can also be grown as an indoor plant as well. So look into the elephant bush, and if you can get yourself some cuttings, that's going to be the way to go. I also plugged in a couple more elderberry bushes, some bare roots. If you've been following along, I put one in the other day, but you do need at least 2 for cross-pollination. So here's that one we stuck in the other day, and I've got this plant protection cage around it just to keep the dogs and the chickens away. You can see we've already got some leafing out here. And then back over here, put another one in. And another one over here. So I just basically chopped and dropped some of these wild greens growing on around here and carved out a little spot. And this is a great technique because these plants are going to help to protect whatever you plug in, a little cutting or whatnot, from the weather and also from the animals. So as this grows up, I'll continually cut back some of these surrounding plants and give it ample room to grow. And the elderberries can get 5 to 10 feet, both in width and height. And so that's what we have growing on today. And so with that, I want to thank you all for watching. Have yourself a good one. Until next time, this is Dan from plantabundance.com. Take care. I'll be talking to you again soon.